providing resources and comfort to caregivers. This is Caregiver Crossing.
Well, hi.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, it's here. It's time. You've been waiting for it all week. Caregiver Crossing. Thanks for being here, everybody. We do appreciate it so very, very, very much. If this is your first time to hear this show, it is called Caregiver Crossing. It's a show brought to you by our friends at Joyce House, presented in partnership
That's
with
us.
with
That's
Sam.
We're Joyce House.
In partnership with Cardon and Associates, who you've met before, good people, and we are here with you each and every week to discuss all things caregiving.
Right in this Joyce House studio, by the way.
Yeah, which is beautiful. And at Joyce House, explain, for those that may be here, new first timers, what Joyce House is.
Yeah. You want me to take it?
I would love for you to take it.
Yeah, would you? We are a not-for-profit
She's the founder.
organization.
By the way, Terry Stacy, this is Tina McIntosh, the
Hi.
founder.
Yeah.
And no longer president? Or
No,
no,
I am founder and CEO.
But founded it a long time ago, and now she's just tired.
And
She's just really
well, she's not wrong. And Noah's my coworker. So we are a not-for-profit adult day service is how we started. We have 2 locations for adult day, one in Broad Ripple and one at the University of Indianapolis. Adult day, if you're not familiar, is a place where people come during the days when they maybe can't, shouldn't, won't stay home alone by themselves. And so think about adults living, we call them guests living with Alzheimer's or another form of dementia, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, autism, Down syndrome, you name it. We've probably seen the diagnosis over the years. And everybody goes home at night and gets to be in their own home with the people they love the most and have dinner at their dining room table and go to bed in their own beds at night.
truly supporting caregivers as well.
Well,
I mean,
that's the
that
other part of our
side.
mission
Yeah,
is
that's the other mission.
caregivers. And so, we recognized very quickly that family caregivers, it is a wonderful, beautiful thing that you are doing. It is also financially, emotionally, and physically exhausting at times. And so we have a number of caregiver resources, one of which is this show. We also have Caregiver Way. If you don't know about that, we'd like you to go to visit caregiverway.org and we can give you a code to get in for that for free. It's an online community for family caregivers. And then we've got some other things that we're doing too. So, yeah, that's in a nutshell.
She's amazing. She's amazing, amazing, amazing. And people call on her all the time for different resources or just for her brain, knowing what she has known for so very long. I mean, she's very important to us here in the state of Indiana and beyond because she works on your behalf, I believe,
Thanks,
for
Terry.
caregivers. So, and I don't know what Noah does, but anyway.
I'm just sitting here
Noah
looking at
Taylor,
the
he
computer.
produces a show and he writes our scripts and he really is the backbone behind this particular show.
I don't know
in the
what Noah
sense
does.
that- I don't know what he does.
It's a mystery.
But anyway, part of what you all do here is you play.
We do.
You
it's a
play.
very important part
It's an
of
important
joy.
part of joy in Joy's house. Joy, by the way, is not a person. It is a feeling. We always thought in the beginning that when Tina founded this place many years ago, that joy was someone, but it really is about what happens here, which is joy.
The big joke was people used to ask me if it was named after one of my grandmothers, and I would say, Edna and Ethel. Can you imagine?
Edna and Ethel.
Can you imagine Ethel's place? It's just not even an easy name to say.
No, but it's
Ethel's place.
Could be fitting.
It's very different than Joy's
It is
house.
a very
like
different
it.
connotation to
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Ethel's
that's
house now.
Cute.
Anyway,
Yes,
yeah,
play
we definitely
is such an
do.
important
And
part of it.
well, in this month, I mean, that's what we're celebrating here is play. I mean, the theme is let's play, and it's what better place to start than with the people who taught many of us how to do that. And so, we're gonna talk about grandparents.
Yay!
And
heroes, I think, oftentimes in many families are heroes.
it's so true.
Truly.
And you hear it's the best gig. I'm not there yet, but one of these days. But in thinking about that,
You're going to be a great one.
you think?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I hope.
Because you're still filled with wonder and fun and play. And
Well, that's true. That is true.
mhm,
And I
you
think
can
that's
find
a
fun
lot
in
of it,
anything.
right?
My grandma and my mom could find fun in boxes.
Like what?
You had
So
to bring
talk
a
about
box
that.
out and, we'd play. No, we didn't have the distractions that younger generations have today. but that meaning phones
Right.
and computers and everything. So, but my mom still to this day, if she's babysitting for someone, she will bring out a box and the kid, and they play like they're in a train or they're in a car, or, and everybody's
Yes.
in a box and driving. And they could find my family on that side, all of the females, they could truly find joy and fun in anything. In chalk.
I mean, all you need is chalk in a box. You're good to go.
But being there right with us, not just handing us the box, but playing with us.
Yeah,
which
and
was
that's the
fun.
part that's important.
Mhm.
What about you?
When I was younger, I think I had a lot of fun going camping with my grandparents.
Oh, yeah.
They owned a Christmas tree farm, like a little bit west of Evansville, in southern Indiana, and I would go down a few
Wow.
weeks a year, and I loved going camping
That's so
with my
fun.
grandpa. I mean, they had a big farm, so we would just take the tent like on a random part of the property, and just him and I would just get to stay the night in the tent, wake up early, and then go work on the Christmas
Love it.
trees. Oh, what a great
Love it.
time!
You just roll right out of that tent.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mine was more organized. Like my grandma Edna, we always played canasta. That was our week-long activity.
But I don't, no, how many of us, if you think about that, how many of our grandmas taught us canasta? That was not a game that I know of.
Oh my goodness, it was 2 decks of cards in my little tiny hands trying to like
It's
do
so
the bridge
fun.
when I would shuffle. But it was more than the game itself. It was like we had finger foods that we would eat, like sausage and cheese and crackers and veggies. And we would sit there all weekend and play cards and just talk.
Oh, that's really
She did
fun.
bingo. She was the, beehive and the cat eye glasses and like 25 bingo cards in front of her with a magnetic,
Yeah.
catch. And then my grandma Ethel was more about people and animals, and she, bowling every Friday night with her friends.
Oh,
and
gosh,
she's the
that's
one that
so
we raised
cool.
the squirrels together, and they played in my doll houses.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think it's really easy to get wrapped in our days and to forget to play.
Mm-hmm.
So true.
Because we're not kids, and if we don't have kids in our life,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have a reason to pause and play in the
Yeah.
same kind of a way.
Yeah. And you should always play.
And you mentioned,
all
you said the
ages you
word
can play.
wonder earlier, like finding wonder in everything.
Mhm.
I mean, in a leaf, going down a river, like a creek. I mean,
That was grandparents
yeah.
back then. I mean, the grandparents would show you the tree and say that's a cypress or that's an oak, and look at the leaves. I mean, just really being involved in you growing up.
I have a question. Did
Oh, time's up. Gotta take a break.
all right, goodbye. Did either of your grandparents did they ever tell you what they used to do for fun when they were younger?
Oh my gosh, I'm sure they probably told us without even asking. They were so involved, but it was probably
Well, we do actually need to take a break.
Oh, we do.
Can we come back? Can we open with
Yeah,
that? Because I want to
absolutely.
think about that too. All right,
Okay,
we're going to
let's
take
do.
a break. We will be back here in just a moment on Caregiver Crossing.
boom shakalaka laka.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you as a service of Joyce House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. With locations in Broad Ripple and near the University of Indianapolis campus, Joyce House provides exceptional day services for individuals living with a life-altering diagnosis and compassionate support for family caregivers throughout the community. At Joyce House, we believe that everyone deserves to live their best life, regardless of their abilities. Learn more about our adult day and caregiver support services by calling us at 317-254-0828 or by visiting joycehouse.org. All right, stick around, everybody. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after the break.
Welcome back to Caregiver Crossing. I am your co-host, Tina McIntosh, in studio with
Terry Stacy.
and
Noah Taylor.
all right, listen, here's the deal, my friends. We do have someone wonderful in studio with us, but before we get to that, Noah is making us video record this. So I'm talking to you, Noah, right there, and it's terrible. The angle's terrible. We're seeing things that really only people who are shorter than us can see on a normal basis. But we love Noah, and we love the show, and we love you, so we're going to do it. Right, Terry?
That's right.
We're not angry.
Not at all.
We're happy to be here.
Love it.
And you know who's here?
Who?
Dave Holder.
Dave Holder,
Dave
everybody.
Holder. Yeah. So
Thank you.
Dave is Joy's house. I mean, like
Oh.
when we think about the fabric, the things that make us who we are, Dave is a part of that. He's been a part of Joy's house since I was pregnant with my 16-year-old child. And he is now in the industry as well. And guess what?
What?
Oh, thanks, you guys, for that very prompt response. Dave is our newest board of director member.
Oh,
Oh my God.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so
That's
much.
cool.
Thank you.
That's a
Thank
good
you.
spot for you.
We're so honored to have him. And so here is who Dave is. He's the owner of Assisted Living Locators in North Indianapolis, and he has helped so many families navigate this emotional journey of finding the right senior living community, whatever it is that the family is deciding to do for them and their loved ones. And he has compassion, clarity, and this really calming presence that he brings to, unlike the other three of us in the studio, he brings it to every conversation. And he's been walking along caregivers and supporting our mission for a long, long time. And so, Dave, we are so glad to have you here.
Oh, thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so touched.
Really
Love
happy
it.
you're here.
Love it.
Sorry
Thank
about
you.
the video.
I know.
recording.
I keep catching
not to
myself.
look.
on
I
the
know.
video.
No, where can people watch the video portion of this?
Oh, well, we'll be all over social media.
Oh, cool. That's great. All right. Who wants to bombard Dave with questions?
Well, I will start. When a family comes to you, when they reach out to you, what are they feeling? What do they need most in that moment when they come to you?
That's a great question. I think they're looking for a path. Most of the time they're not proactive. They don't understand what it is that they need. They don't know that assisted living's not a nursing home. They've got assumptions. And so they just need someone to say, here's how it works. Here's what I can do to help you. And I'm here to educate you. And this is the path forward. And just really build that relationship so we can have a trusting, open conversations and make the best fit the first time.
I think there has been, now time has passed, but I think we are all, I hope we're starting to get it, that there are different forms of assisted living and skilled nursing care and so on and so forth. Can you break that down for maybe anybody that doesn't know?
So there's 3 types that I work within: the independent living, the assisted living, and the memory care. So independent living is going to be like retirement living, no maintenance, appliances are included. There might be meals. The big difference is it's going to be unlicensed. That means there's no nursing there. So you have to be truly independent to live there. Assisted living and memory care are licensed as residential care facilities. Residential living, your own apartment, your own furnishings, but we have staff around to help with bathing, dressing, toileting. Memory care is going to fall under that same licensing with the same mindset, but for people with dementia in a secured unit that needs a little bit more queuing and redirection, things of that. Nursing homes are licensed completely different. Those are care facilities, so they're going to have the higher acuity. So someone that maybe has a catheter or needs 2-person transfers, things like that, that is more nursing home. That's the clinical side of it.
Okay,
Thank
you.
Great explanation.
I thought it was too.
I've started talking more about the licensing because that starts to get people to understand that a little bit more, because we all use terms like age and place, and it gets really, really confusing.
Continuity of care.
Yeah, and all of that, and
Yeah.
it confuses people.
And independent living is, what would you say that is? Is that 55 and over, or is that older? Is it 65 and older?
Most places are 55 or
55
older.
and older.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Dave, for you, here's the big difference. And now listen, people in this industry care. I mean, if you are in aging, you care. You're in it for that reason. Your approach, though, is very, you understand the emotional side of that. And that, I know that's personal for you. I think, was it your father-in-law?
Father-in-law, yes.
That you went through this with. And so how did that impact you?
Well, I think that what we saw was that you don't know what you don't know. And by waiting as long as we wait, which a lot of, again, you don't know what you don't know, that it just creates this mad scramble. And you're dealing with so many emotions, so many layers to that, so much of the education piece that you have to get. And it's just so much to absorb in a short period of time. I can help people that need to move by Friday. That's not a problem. But allowing yourself more time and a little more runway to digest all of this and what's needed. No, I think I've had 3 seniors in 7 years reach out to me.
Yeah.
say I want to move. It's the kids, right, that are reaching
Yes.
out to me. So it's going to take a long time because they have their assumptions about what this is, right? And they don't want to leave their home and they don't want to leave their things. So you need time to plant those seeds and to start those conversations and to get out ahead of this.
Okay, so let's just say Noah and Terry and I are siblings and we haven't killed each other yet. And so we're caring for, who do we want to be caring for?
Aunt Nellie.
Aunt Nellie. And we care for Aunt Nellie and we come to you and Terry's the responsible one. And she's like, Dave, listen, I've heard you're wonderful and you get it. We need help. First of all, what happens?
So we're going to spend some time, Terry and I, and talking.
Why aren't you talking to us? Noah and I are here too. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm totally kidding. I'm totally
No,
kidding.
but this is how it will work.
I know.
This is when we become divided as a family.
Oh, Dave, you're like a
oftentimes, not all the
therapist,
time.
too.
Yeah, I do wear that therapist hat.
Yeah.
a
Okay,
lot.
so I'm just teasing you.
No,
so
no.
you and Terry start talking without us about Aunt Nellie.
Yeah. And so I want to learn as much as I can about Aunt Nellie. I'm a little bit like a realtor, right? We're going to talk about location and budget, but what are the care needs of Aunt Nellie? What's going to make a good fit for her? What are her hobbies? Maybe what did she do as a career? What's going to be important to her about this move? What's going to be important to Terry? And who else is involved? So that's when you guys come into this. So this is what I say a lot of times to the kids is we can do all of this before we even get mom and dad on board because the assumption is they're not on board, right? So if we need to have these conversations and these robust talks about what would be a good fit for mom and dad, we can do that, make recommendations, go tour, get what's going to be the objections for mom and dad, and really strategize and then figure out a way to get everybody on board.
So then how do you deal with the family members? Because Noah and I are a pain in the butt. We've always been a pain in the butt. Terry's the responsible one with Aunt Nellie. Like, how do you work with us?
I think that it's really taking that same approach, that calm, sweet approach, and just really trying to get, I stumbled on this, getting people's heads and their hearts to align.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, so much of this is going to be heart driven. Well, we want this, we need this, mom won't want this, but it's also where their loved one's at in this progression and understanding what their needs are, how that impacts the family, and talking about it from all those different angles to try to get those aligned so we can
boy.
make good decisions.
It must be gratifying.
Well,
Truly
that's what I was gonna say, like-
gratifying to get that that's a win.
When it
Right.
happens for you, what does that feel like?
Oh, it's incredible. I mean, it really, really is. Like I truly, really did help somebody, you know, as much as I love the horticulture and the landscaping, you know, and helping people, but this is really changing their lives and changing the dynamic and, you know, bringing relief to the caregivers, finding that mom or dad is now thriving instead of just surviving. It means everything.
And I can tell you this, Dave has helped. I don't even know how many people I've sent your way over
Yeah.
the years and that you've helped and found the places that fit for them. You don't send them all to the same place. When we come back, I want to talk a little bit about how people pay.
Yeah.
By the way, you don't. But come back to learn more. You know, how people pay or how you get paid for this service to the families. And then I want to talk with you when we come back about how the care settings, like what sets others apart. Because to the normal people, it's hard to walk in and know the difference, but you have a different eye and perspective. So stick around. We'll be back in just a moment here on Caregiver Crossing.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you weekly by Joyce House in partnership with Cardon & Associates. We're here every week to bring you support, education, and hopefully a good laugh. Visit joycehouse.org to connect with us, hear past episodes, learn more about caregiver support resources in the community, and much, much more. All right, that website again is joycehouse.org. Don't go anywhere, anybody. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after the break.
Hey, we're back. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Caregiver Crossing. Terry Stacy, along with Tina McIntosh, and somebody named Noah is also here producing today's show. And in studio, if you're just joining us, well, you've missed something good because we've been talking to Dave Holder, Senior Living Advisor and owner at Assisted Living Locators. If anybody is just joining us, tell them again about what you do.
So I am a senior living advisor. You can kind of think of me as a little bit of a realtor for senior living. So I'm there to help people make the right decision the first time.
People and families. And
Yes.
that's what we were talking about before we took a break. Families, and you've seen plenty of them who aren't necessarily on that same page. How do you help them find that common ground without burning out?
Yeah, it's just a lot of talking, a lot of, like I said earlier, I think aligning the head and the heart together. And, I never want to scare people with the outcome, but you need to be able to talk reality about this. And like, for example, I have a family that has plenty of funds, right? They have a lot of options, but mom is falling a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
She wants to stay home.
Mhm.
One of the kids want her to stay home. One fall, and she's not going to have any options. She's going to have to go to a place that she's probably not going to like with a shared roommate situation. And we already know that mom wants her square footage. Mom wants her walk-in closet. So it's having those conversations saying, you guys are really in a great spot, right?
Yeah.
You do have a lot of options that we can go to. We're not struggling by location from finances. Like this is a positive thing. And really that's probably the answer right there and a long way around. Focus on everything that's positive about this move. And
You're getting to choose what the rest of your life might look like versus being told.
Exactly.
Right? Just because of circumstances and reimbursements and timing and all that.
Yeah.
So
we need somebody like him. I
He's
think
incredible.
for every situation that can tell you about the different options that are available, because that's part of the hard work, right? Especially when you get a diagnosis like, okay, listen, your mom's got dementia. And at this moment, it doesn't look like things are going to get necessarily progressively better.
Right.
And it's such an emotional time anyway. And I remember this with a large family on the in-laws side, large family, and getting that diagnosis. And now what do we do? Especially when you're in smaller communities, like someplace in Henry County or
sure.
smaller areas where you just don't know what else is out there. They need people like you. I'm going to just pause for a minute and tell people right now, how do they get a hold of you?
You can call my office at 317-854-9030. Reach out to me, Assisted Living Locators. I believe it's Care Advisor / North Indy. I should
think
know my
so?
own website, right?
well,
Yeah.
we'll put it on our Facebook page,
All right,
and then
there we
people
go.
will
For
know.
sure.
So before we took the break, there was a question about how do you know what is a good setting, versus those that are maybe not as strong.
Yeah. So that's everybody always asks me, what's your favorite place? What do you like?
Of course.
And, and I always say, like, I don't mean to be a politician, but that's not my job, right? I'm here to find out what's the best fit for you and then create that transparency. We're going to look at state surveys. We're going to have those conversations. But like what I tell people is, I know this starts as a real estate transaction. I know that it's the walk-in closet or the washer and dryer. I get all of that, and I'm not dismissing that that's not important. But ultimately, you want a partnership.
Yes.
We want to find a community where, we're understanding what their operations, how they keep their residents safe, how they keep them engaged. So do we like those operations? Do we like what we're hearing? Do they have a culture of, if there's a problem, we want to know about it, so our door is always open? And then you start looking at staffing. Is that executive director of nursing, that marketing person been there a long time? Is the census high? You can start checking those boxes. When you see that, you're on the right path to a good community.
How
and
does
having a
Indiana
good fit.
do as far as places we can take our parents or us or our grandparents? How do we kind of rank here in Indiana when it comes to that type of care?
Honestly, not great when it comes to
wondered.
just nursing homes and things like that. We're not exactly leading the pack, but if you are proactive, and that isn't everyone's path either. So there are great communities out there. There's other communities that struggle, right? That have been bought or have struggled with turnover and low census and things like that. And I want to make people aware of that. I'm not saying it's going to be a horrible experience. I can be at a networking event and two different people will be like, I wouldn't send a prisoner there. And they'll be like, that's the greatest place that ever. And
It's
you're
so
like,
true.
wait a minute, you guys need to talk, because that's crazy. I feel like I'm the one in the middle that goes,
Hold on.
yeah, hang on. Let's have
let's
this
really-
conversation, and make sure that people can make those decisions. But I'll tell you too, to be just more transparent, I'll have people that are like, we want a great place. We want excellent staffing. We want all of this. And then they choose the place with the washer and dryer and the walk-in closet.
Isn't it so
Yeah,
interesting?
it
But
is.
it's
It is
personalized.
interesting.
I mean, it's very personalized. So, we said it before, Dave, you've joined the Joyce House board, and we're just delighted to have you.
Thank you.
I feel weird asking this question, but
No.
Noah's making me say it.
You have to. You have
First he records us at a bad
I
angle,
know,
right?
I know,
Yeah.
right. I mean, who is this guy?
Yeah. Tough questions.
I don't even want to. I want to hear more about you, less about
No,
Joyce House.
please.
Although Joyce House is great, we
Yes,
know that,
absolutely.
and we
Well,
provide
I can
good
ask
care.
it.
Yes.
Because I'm not an employee at Joyce House, but you know, there's a lot of options out there and places you can go and be a part of boards and good ones too. But you said okay to Joyce House. How come?
Well, I think long history here, and the more you get to know what Joyce House does and the impact that they make for families and their guests, that is incredible. And so you want to be a part of that, and you want to be around good people. And I've said this before, maybe privately, but Tina is a leader, and everybody here is a leader, and you want to be around great leaders, and you want to learn, and you want to grow, and you want to be a part of that. And that's why. I consider myself a lifelong learner. When I came into the senior industry, I wanted to be a part of the senior industry, not just on the fringe, helping people transactionally. So I'm learning every day, and I know this is an awesome opportunity to learn and grow and get smarter.
What needs to be better, if there is anything that needs to be better about adult day services?
Oh goodness,
Wow.
we don't have enough time. We've got like a minute and a half.
Is
Solve
it?
the
And
world.
I don't know it. I don't
Yeah.
know. It seems like what you do here is at the top. You know, this is tops.
Right.
And so I don't know. Do we not have enough of them? Do we? I mean, what's the need right now when it comes to? Or do you know yet? Since
Well,
you
no,
just
I mean,
came on the board.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I will say my opinion. I just think that there is just so much lack of proactivity and education out there. It is so hard to get people to think in that mindset. I'll deal with somebody, and I've had the company 7 years tomorrow, I think.
Oh, happy anniversary!
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yes,
That's
yes.
incredible.
Yeah. And somebody will always say, Dave, I know you took us to those two places, but my plumber was telling me that his mom was at this place, and it's really good.
Well, Dave Holder, you came into this industry 7 years ago and wanted to make a mark and be a lifelong learner and a leader. And man, you have done it. I have never, ever, ever in 7 years said your name and have had anybody say anything less than, what a great man, making a difference, helped someone in my life. And so just grateful, Dave Holder, grateful for you.
Thank you.
Senior living advisor and owner at Assisted Living Locators. So the rest of you stick around. Dave, you can stay as long as you want, my friend.
Thank you so much.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you weekly by Joyce House in partnership with Cardon & Associates. We're here every week to bring you support, education, and hopefully a good laugh. Visit joycehouse.org to connect with us, hear past episodes, and learn more about resources in the community. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing after the break.
Go.
Oh, hey, we're back on Caregiver Crossing. I'm Tina McIntosh in studio with Terry Stacy and Noah Taylor, and we're glad you're still here. We are almost ready to close out the show for the week and go hit the pool.
Go hit the pool or take care of your
Yes.
new puppy.
Okay, so we did a thing. Anybody who knows me knows there are like 1,000 people that live in my house.
And it used to
a
be
wide
lots of
range.
animals.
There are 4 generations. I mean, I still have 2 goats, 4 or 5 outdoor cats,
She used to have chickens.
3 dogs. I gave up on the
Ducks.
poultry. They just die so fast. It's very sad. It's sad. I fell.
That is depressing.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I fell in
sad.
love with a duck and it died, and it broke my heart.
And now you'll never get a duck again.
In fairness, I went out, had a couple drinks at dinner, and then we went to Tractor Supply, and I bought a duck. So my kids always say, "You got drunk and bought a duck." I just had a couple drinks,
Well,
but it did get even cuter and cuter and cuter.
Yeah.
There are worse things you can buy.
Right? Exactly. Thank you.
Tina needs a farm.
Well, I mean, I do. We are
She really does
agriculturally
have a-
zoned. Do you know that at my
no.
house?
Is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Perfect.
But
I didn't know that.
this one, you know how when you do something and sometimes you're like, "Oh, maybe I went too far," but I think we're okay now. But the first 24 hours were rough. So let me back up. Our miniature dachshund died after 12 years of him in our lives, and he was my husband's buddy. Like his baby, was always
So
in his lap
cute.
and on him when he was sitting. I mean, that was his best little friend. And so when Noxie died, who used to come in studio,
I love Knox. Yeah.
and you're a
He
dachshund
was a
person
church. I'm a
too.
dachshund person. Had one. Jerry.
Jerry, I remember Jerry.
Yeah. Jerry the wiener.
And so when Knox died, we were like, I don't know if we're ready. We have 2 of our own dogs. Our niece has a dog with us. Our daughter has a dog. My sister has a dog. They're always at the house.
How many
And-
dogs are actually in the house right now?
Well, with the
before you
puppy?
got the puppy.
3.
3 dogs. Okay.
Mhm. And so found this little dachshund, you guys. And I don't know.
Beautiful
It's
dachshund.
summer. It feels like the right time to do some just things that don't make sense. And I really appreciate you bringing it up. Her name's Millie. She's really cute. We'll have to post a picture of
She's
Millie.
blonde.
Oh, yes,
She's
we will.
blonde and dapple.
Millie Mac. Millie Mac.
I've never seen
Such
one
a
this
cute name.
color with hazel eyes, and
Yeah,
you
she's
couldn't help
cute.
but love her. But in all
She's cute.
fairness to her husband on Father's Day, Jeff,
Oh, yeah.
he really wanted a maple tree,
A Japanese maple.
very
Like a
special
red-
tree. They're very expensive.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he wanted a baby maple, Japanese maple.
He got a baby.
And so when she brought the baby home,
It was not a tree,
it wasn't a tree.
but he's very happy.
But
But
it
he's
still
happy.
has bark.
Oh,
my! I am high fiving
That
you.
is
That was
so
the best
good.
bad
You
dad
know-
joke. That was good.
Gosh, you're so good. Give him $50.
There's
that
a
was a
Jolly Rancher over
$50
there.
for that. Yes.
I'm really proud of you.
Surprise.
That was good.
That was
It still
good.
has
Thank you.
bark.
Thank
I'm going
you.
to use that
Yeah.
at home. Okay, so here's the
Good.
thing. It is summer. It's officially summer, and I just want you're listening, and for whatever the reason is for you, you're caring for someone. You're thinking about caring for someone. You yourself, you're wanting to figure out how to take care of yourself in all the ways and spaces. And I just want to encourage you to do something that doesn't make sense to everybody around you.
She's trying to justify what she did.
No, I'm really not.
Yeah, I think she is.
It's how I live my life. Like
it is how she does
it
live her
doesn't have
life.
to make sense to people, And so I what would you all do if you were like, I'm going to do something that doesn't make sense?
I'm gonna do it.
What is it?
If actually, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I want to go to the water park fully clothed.
Well,
Why are
you
you
live
laughing?
it, man.
Why are you laughing?
I was
You
laughing
do
at
it.
Terry. Her
I
laugh
mean-
made me laugh.
I mean, I guess that's
Okay.
better than
In a tux.
Do it. It does not have to make sense to
doesn't.
everybody else. I cannot wait to report on you. Like, I realize. Okay. Terry?
Well, I mean, that was a good one. It was almost embarrassing to say that I'd like to go to New York and become a Rockette. So,
Okay. I feel
That
like
is so not embarrassing. I feel like that's a lot cooler than
So-
mine.
so perhaps, I mean, mine is sillier than yours.
you guys
If
are
we really looked at
crazy.
it like that.
Noah,
Are
if
you
you-
done since you got the dog? Are you out of?
I'm out. I did my thing already. But if Noah does not go to the water park in a tux, I'm going to be ticked.
It's gonna be Psalms Park.
Oh, you're going to Psalms Park to do it.
yeah.
Oh, good
And I'll
for
go down the
you.
slide.
Go-
This is getting even better.
You've
All right.
been
Well,
thinking about this, haven't you?
Oh yes.
I mean, here's the thing for
I
all
really
of
wanna
us.
be
Like,
a Rockette.
it is, but it is this season of, sunshine and fun. It is time for us to stay alert as well. So if you're not in New York or you're not at the water park, I want you to remember it's hot outside. You
Yeah.
can get dehydrated and it can pose some serious threats to the people in our lives. You got to look for that kind of stuff. And so, why does this matter to you as caregivers? Anybody?
And why does it matter as caregivers?
Yeah. Other
Well,
than the
because
obvious, like dehydration is bad.
Dehydration. Are we talking about caregivers staying hydrated, or are we talking about those we're caring for?
Yes.
Both, all of them.
Yes.
Both,
Yeah.
all of
First
it.
of all, you got to. It's like being in the plane. Put your mask on first, right? Same thing. Take care of yourself so you can be a better caregiver for those. And the elderly get hydrated so easily.
She meant
I have
dehydrated.
friends. I mean, dehydrated. Did I? Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. I just know too many that don't even want to drink water.
Well, and we can't communicate it
And
sometimes, right?
Sometimes we can't, but then other times I can't force somebody that I know and love to drink water. I'm trying desperately to keep drinking, and
Here's
they
the
just don't
quiz.
have the love of water.
By the time somebody feels thirsty, what's already happened?
Oh,
They're already dehydrated.
Yeah.
I would
Which is
bet.
weird to
Yeah.
me. Like, it's a weird thing.
Right. Your body doesn't know until it's a problem.
Right. So you have to drink. So, Terry, you have to force those people to drink with love and kindness.
I've
And
tried.
sun
And
exposure.
if anybody has any, seriously, if you have any suggestions on how to get that done, because I certainly can't be the only one that has trouble getting
Well, I
somebody
had
you know
some
and
at one
love.
point. What were they?
dehydrated.
Keep going without me. I'm going to try and do this the
Because
next
I've
minute.
tried everything from putting squirts of grape drink in it, or something to make it have a good taste, or
tasty,
something,
colorful,
or just
more
anything.
appetizing.
And I know we can get that person to, I guess, anything. Just trying anything, but at a point, I don't want anything to drink right now.
I
Thank
wonder if you could put like
and they get mad
water
because you're trying to.
Yeah, absolutely. Like water in like a Coke can or something, or in a
I don't know.
in a different bottle.
I just want
that
them
might
to
be a
drink
little bit
anything,
more appealing.
right?
That might work.
Anything.
I also think sometimes, yes, the obvious, like you said about putting, like mint in it or
Something.
strawberries or something. But sometimes it's as simple as like, Mr. Noah, will you hold this for me? And as you're holding it, I step away. And a lot of times people will start drinking on it. It's
Start
just
drinking it.
natural. But if nothing else, try the cool rags and keep it in shade. But sun exposure can add to that confusion on top of dehydration, which is not good. So avoid direct sun between 10 and 4. So go out first thing in the morning or the evening and watch for those signs of heat stress. So, of course, it's the dizziness, the nausea, and all that kind of stuff. Hey, we got to go.
We gotta go.
We gotta go.
As we close the show, we really just want to remind our listeners that they can contact us for more info and resources to help you through the journey of caregiving at 317-254-0828. And we'd love to give a shout out to our amazing sponsor, Cardon & Associates. With 20 communities owned, operated, or managed in the Midwest, and more than 4 decades of senior living experience, Cardon & Associates provides residents with the best senior living options and personalized service. Until next time, take good care of each other.